Welcome to another episode of Land Rats. This week, it's all about storage. We plan on cruising with a 34-foot boat, so there was no doubt in our mind that space was going to be an issue. So this week, we convert that space into a little bit more usable storage that we can hopefully fit a couple more things in and also make our cruising dreams a little bit more comfortable. So stay tuned to see what we changed, what we're planning on changing, and I don't know, whatever fits in the video. Check it out. Hold on to your seats. Land Rats are now on Patreon. Here you can see we've glued in a couple of wooden blocks from that teak we had left that we made the handrails out of and everything in our woodworking video. What we're going to do now is we're going to put that marine ply board over here, and then we'll be able to put our EPIRB on here and our fire extinguisher and just a couple of things mounted. Don't have to go through the metal at the back there. We've got this panel now that we can mount our electronics on. That I'm just going to sand it down a bit, make it just a bit prettier. So what we've got now is our only bit of ceiling, at least for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to put our EPIRB here. We were going to put our fire extinguishers here. We'll put a knife here, a couple of things. We can mount them on this board. You can see it's a bit away from, so no trouble with screwing into the metal. The fire extinguisher we were going to put there, but we decided on putting two smaller ones on different places. So we've got one over there just above the engine, and then we've also got another one in the front of the boat here. So doesn't matter if there's a fire on either side of the boat, you should be able to get an extinguisher. I might add a bigger one somewhere as well as soon as these are serviced. We've also made this little cupboard here. So behind the engine, this is where you walk inside the cockpit. There was this little gap, so we glued in a floor in there, and we put a little cover so stuff doesn't fall out. So as soon as that's varnished, we've got a little bit more storage back there. And then obviously we've got our normal cupboards that came with the boat.
This is a new project. We want to try and get some storage in here. At the moment it's just one big hole in here. You can see there's nothing much in here. So what I want to do is I want to organize that we put these containers. I want to make a fitting for these containers to try and get them down there so we can, you know, store whatever in there, so it'll be orderly. We leave a bit of an open space for the fishing rods and the stuff that we can just chuck in, but we need a bit of organization as well. So I want to try and do a bit of a storage system here, see if we can get this going. So now I want to make a template. I've got the old solar panel box here, so I'm going to use that as a template and make a bit of a frame to see if we can get a bottom on that. I've taken the measurement, so let's see how it goes. looks like it's raining. It's cold all of a sudden. Looks like the Cape Winters. Yeah. I've fitted, I don't know if you can see, I've fitted the template in a deck there. Then we're just going to trim it on the side there. And then cut a piece of plank and put a piece of wood in there. See, I'm busy. But you see where I've marked the floor at the bottom there. So I'm going to make the supports on the side there through like that to keep it, to hold it in place, so we can put the storage on top. So that's what we're going to do this morning. So here goes it. Now we've cut out the little templates there, the paper templates. Now we're going to transfer that onto wood and then we fit it in here. So Johan, what have you been doing today?
A lot of work, grinding, what's skier in Engels.
Sanding. Thanks a lot, Johan. Johan's helped us today, and we've just sanded down. We made the marks for the fittings to go in, the wooden supports, and I've roughened it up so it makes a bit of, so it can, the epoxy will glue in well. And the wood as well, you see the wood, I've actually made it rough at the bottom as well, so that it makes it, hopefully it'll make it stick there. Time she will tell us. See, we've glued in the stays at the bottom. I just want to see now, the first two are glued in with the epoxy. Those two there, and then the third one I glued in with a Sika, what is it called? 291I. So we'll see which one is the strongest. So if they one day come out, we'll see which one is the strongest.
We've got the floor in now. You see we added a couple of pieces of wood there for the crates to fit into, and we just got to paint it now. I've already got the paint here. We've used it for a couple of other stuff, so we got to paint it and take it out and paint the wooden supports at the bottom as well. And then what happens is these crates we bought, I'll show you the price on screen quickly. I'm not sure what we paid for them. On the sides here they have space for a strap, so we're gonna just take the straps like these and put them over the top, so you can lower them in and get them out easier when they're filled with weight. If I open them up here, you can see it's just a normal storage container, nothing special, but we can put some power tools in there or fishing equipment or whatever we deem appropriate. So that just goes in there like this. See, I can still touch it, but if it's heavy and I don't want to get on my knees every time, I can just grab the strap that we'll add and then pull it out. And this one, it goes on this side. like that, and then you see they've got grooves at the top here, so they just fit on each other, so that kind of supports them. See there, and then the last one, let's pop that in. And there you've got a land rat storage solution. One more thing that I forgot to mention is, as they are now, we are in two minds about it. There are two solutions. I think the one we're going to go with is we're going to put a strap from the bottom of the floor panel up to just behind here. There's a bit of metal that we can tie it to. So a strap like this, just to stop it from toppling over on that side. This one's a bit more difficult, but just for the same. The other idea is to just on the floor panel over here, on the door panel, whatever you want to call it, we'll add a piece of wood just to press it in place, so it won't be able to move when this is closed. But I think the problem with that is this might be a bit heavier, so it might want to topple over, and also it's going to look not too great when you open it. So I think the straps are better, because then you can also just put a couple of stuff behind there, like a fishing rod or a fishing net, and theoretically with the strap there, it shouldn't fall underneath the crates at least too much. Then the last part, we're still looking for a container. We're going to put just a square container in there that we can drop stuff into, like ropes or whatnot, that we can easily access without the problem of going underneath the floorboards or going around the corner or whatever as the boat turns and moves. Here's our other containers that we'll take with. We've got two of them, and we just use this to put in random screws, drill bits and whatnot. There's a couple of stuff in there at the moment that doesn't belong, and we've got one over here as well. That's a bit tidier at the moment. Yeah, so that's it. Another thing I want to say with this panel in now, we might make some alterations to it. You see, we don't have any equipment on it yet, but underneath our winches there, you see there's that white column there, and on the inside of the boat, that just translates to a lot of unused space that currently has nothing in it, or you just have the ceiling over it normally. So what we're planning on doing is the same as here, basically, where we want to put a floorboard in it, so we can, obviously we'll have to make a hole through the side, so we can put a couple of stuff in there, longer stuff like fishing rods or maybe a net or something, just a bit more space that we can use. We've also got this side that's the same, and we'll just have to use the plasma cutter to cut the gap there, and then in that wood at the back there as well. The other thing we want to store in here is we're busy making some stands that we can beach the boat with, so we don't have to pay marina costs to haul it out every time we want to apply anti-fouling or something. I hope you enjoyed that episode. We still got a couple of stuff to sort out with the storage, but we'll get it done in no time, and we'll see you again next week.